Welcome in on this Wednesday. We are always excited about Wednesdays because that means Lucy from Greer's is here cooking up something good. Lucy, good to see you as always.
Thank you. So fun to be here.
Smelling good already. What do you got going on in there?
Today we're making a sausage and egg and sweet potato hash. So this would be great for a quick supper, or really it would be great for brunch.
I like that. I like the sound of that. That's a good idea. What type of sausage are you using over there?
I'm just using 1 pound of breakfast sausage, whichever roll sausage you'd like, or you could use Italian sausage and get it out of the casing, hot or mild. So I just have that cooking. And one tip to get that sausage to break up for you is put it in a cold skillet and immediately start breaking it up with your spatula. You know, sometimes sausage, all of a sudden you'll turn around and the skillet's just like really big clumps and it's hard. So go ahead and start working it as soon as you get it in there, and it'll be nice and cook up just like ground beef. So I'm going to add 1 small onion. And the other great thing about this recipe is we're just going to use 1 pan. So we're not getting a lot of stuff dirty, and you can even serve it in this pan too.
Who doesn't like a quick 1-pan recipe?
Exactly. And we are going to also have sweet potato in this, like I said. And we got this sweet potato microwave, so this is going to save us a lot of time. So I just took 1 large sweet potato and poked holes all in it and microwaved it for 5 minutes. And a lot of people, you know, you can absolutely peel it, but I like to just leave the skin on my sweet potatoes now. And so then all we're going to do is basically cooked. You can see the color in there is a little bit where it's showing it's not cooked all the way through, but that's okay because it's still going to cook in our pot here. So I'm just going to cube it up. And you could use regular potatoes too, but I just like the sweet potatoes with the sausage, and it's just gonna be a little bit different for us.
I've really become a sweet potato fan in the past 5 years or so.
Really? I have too. Do you roast them in the oven?
Yes, that's a great way to do it.
I do too, and you could absolutely do the same thing and roast them in the oven, but I thought, oh my goodness, I don't want to take all that time, so let me just pop it in the microwave and get this going a little bit quicker for us.
Well, especially since you're putting them in there to cook a little bit more, so that makes a lot of sense. They're pretty versatile, where you can kind of add a sweetness to them if you want, or you could add like a garlic, salt, and pepper and kind of have them roasted as a side too. So lots of great stuff from sweet potatoes.
Yes, absolutely. So you can see I'll just finish chopping those up, and then we're letting our onions soften up a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is add a can of diced tomatoes with chilies, and I'm going to add some artichokes, and we're going to just create this base, and then we're going to be cooking our eggs on top.
Sounds good. We'll continue to work on all of this when Studio 10 rolls on. Lucy, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Things are still sizzling away here in the kitchen. Smells so good.
It does. We have our 1 pound of breakfast sausage in this skillet, and we had a small onion. And we are adding 1 can of artichoke hearts that I just drained and chopped up. We're also adding 1 can of diced tomatoes with chili, and this is the base for our sausage, egg, and sweet potato hash that we're making.
Wow, this is great, and this is a versatile recipe because it's kind of one of those things that you can have for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Absolutely, and it's 1 pot, so we don't have to get a lot of our pots and pans dirty, and it comes together super quick. And also, this would be a good chance to add in a bag of fresh spinach or any other vegetables that you'd like.
While you're working on that, a lot of exciting things going on at Greer's. We've talked before about how you can order your groceries online for pickup or delivery. Also, the new store downtown, making progress on that. It's exciting times.
Yes, it is exciting times. The new store will be open at the end of June.
Awesome.
So we're thrilled over that. And then also, like you mentioned, we have our online shopping, and anybody that is making their first order, there's $10 off your first order, and the app is super easy. So you just download the Greer's app. It's free, and it is wonderful because you can add in notes to the personal shopper, and you know, if we don't have something, they're going to call you. So it's absolutely just like you're picking everything out yourself, and it's just wonderful. It's such a time saver, and you know, it's same day. So a lot of other stores, you know, you can't get it the same day, but if you want to make your order at lunch and pick it up, in the next couple hours, you can do that. You can do it overnight. The app is wonderful, and it's just so easy.
So you're telling me for first timers, if you place a $100 order, it's going to be $90 with those $10 off?
Yeah.
There you go. That's an incentive to go ahead and get the process started. And then once you do it, I think the first time, you understand how the system works.
Yeah.
And then it's so much easier to do moving forward and all that kind of stuff. So super easy, super convenient. You don't want to miss that.
Thank you.
We're going to add those bad boys in there.
So this was our sweet potato that we microwaved. We poked holes in it. We microwaved it for 5 minutes, and I just chopped it up, and it's basically all the way cooked through. So we're just going to add it in right here at the end, and once I gently stir it, we're going to make some little divots in this, and then we are going to cook our eggs right here in the skillet. So once I mix this up, I'll start getting these eggs cracked, and then I'm going to put a lid on it, and the eggs are just going to cook over easy. You could cook them, to whatever, however you like your eggs, but we don't have to worry about them getting that yolk covered by that white, because we're going to cover them up.
All right. So, sounds like a game plan we have here in the Studio 10 kitchen. We'll continue to work on this here with Lucy from Greer's. Stick around. You don't want to miss this great, easy recipe. Welcome back into the kitchen to finish things up today with Lucy Greer. I like your cookware, Lucy, as always.
Thank you. I was glad to have this big skillet with the lid, because it was the perfect thing to cook our breakfast or brunch or dinner sausage, egg, and sweet potato hash.
And look how good that looks in our overhead shot right there. You can see how you crack the eggs right on top and let them sit right there. Did not stir or anything after that, so they would maintain their structure.
Exactly. So we started out with a base of sausage and some onion, and then we added in a can of artichoke hearts and some diced tomatoes and chilies, and let that cook for a few minutes. I also mentioned that you could add spinach or whatever veggies you wanted, and then we took a shortcut by microwaving the sweet potato ahead of time, so it just was added in at the end. We just tossed that together, and then, like you said, we just cracked the eggs on top, put the lid on, and the whites cooked, and the eggs, whatever doneness you like, just cook until you like it, and then it is just ready to serve. I just topped it with some cheese, but that yolk is ready to crack, and a really yummy brunch.
Now look at how good that turned out. That is just a picture. That's a magazine dish right there. Lucy
Well,
Greer.
I'm so glad you like it.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. So we want to remind folks, if you want to get all the ingredients for this dish or pretty much anything else you can come up with, you can find it all at Greer's, right?
Absolutely, and make your online order. Every order, the first shopper is $10 off, so download that free app or hit greers.com/shop, and you can see which stores have online shopping. Let us do the work for you, and you just pick it up.
All right, happy spring break to you.
Thank you. Happy spring break.
Maybe something you want to make for the family and friends if you're getting together on spring break. Perfect, easy, one-pot dish. Thanks to Lucy Greer. You can find all the information online.